Hello, everyone. My name is Jalen Cressetta. It was nice spending this class time with you all. I hope everyone had a great semester, and if you're graduating, congratulations. But I'm gonna get right into it. So my final project was on abortion laws, whether it should be legal or illegal. Just getting like a thorough opinion of what everyone sees it as, what everyone sees abortion as, whether it be murder, whether it be women's rights. Let's get right into it. The definition, I use Merriam-Webster definition. It's just saying that the definition is termination of pregnancy or the death of embryo or fetus. So some people may say fetuses are human living things. That's why it's considered murder. Some people may say that it's not, because a fetus doesn't have a heartbeat yet, or an embryo. My apologies. But yeah. So the presentation is going to be about abortion laws, the historical evolution of it, the significant legal benchmarks of it. I'm just going to read my thesis. Abortion should be legal because it safeguards a woman's fundamental right to make informed decisions about her own body and reproductive health. Legal access to abortion ensures that women can obtain safe, medically supervised procedures, which reduces the risk associated with unsafe, illegal abortions. Furthermore, allowing abortion addresses critical social economic factors such as unplanned pregnancies that can hinder educational and career opportunities, disproportionately affecting low income and marginalized women. By protecting a woman's autonomy and reproductive choices, we promote gender equality and empower individuals to pursue their goals and well being without burden of unwanted pregnancies. I'm not saying, my mom had me and my sister. She was very young. She had my sister and she was 15. So so in her case, she planned to have the kid. So she was prepared, she did what she had to do because she knew she was having a baby. In some cases, that's not the case. And, if abortion is not an option, some people may take a worse route and know of the other resources that they have if they cannot have the baby. Because there's not a lot of, I would say there's not a lot of information that's being put out there of other ways, but that's just my opinion. So, abortion law history. The historical context of abortion laws. So, abortion laws have undergone substantial changes influenced by various cultural, social, and political factors. In many Asian societies, abortions were frequently practiced and accepted. However, over time, particularly during the 19th century, legal restrictions begin to intensify, reflecting the changing moral landscape and rising concerns around women's health and rights. The key legal milestones would have to be, everyone knows the Roe versus Wade in 1973, which is that made abortion legal. So that was really a big stepping stone for us as women in our reproductive reproductive health or whatever. But it was critical legal cases and legislative actions have significantly shaped abortion rights. The landmark the U.S. Supreme Court case Roe v. Wade in 1973 established a constitutional right to abortion, serving as cornerstone for reproductive rights in the United States. Internationally, many nations have followed suit, though the degree of access and enforcement varies widely, showcasing the stark contrast in abortion policies around the world. So I actually learned that there's abortion around the world, but they have um a lot of other countries have either different like a different law about it or different restrictions about it. Cultural attitudes over time. So I've seen, just because abortion is legal, your cultural background does have a lot to do with it, whether you think it's legal or not. Because I know the church I go to, they say the abortion is bad, whatever, because you're killing something that God has created or given you. But cultural attitudes toward abortion have evolved significantly across different societies and periods. In many ancient cultures, were largely accepted and overlooked, often practiced with minimal stigma. However, shifting religious and moral views during the Middle Ages established a foundation for the stigmatization of abortion. The 20th century saw a resurgence of advocacy for women's rights, challenging cultural norms and advocating for women's autonomy over their reproductive choices. This is arguments for and against. So I have both. Um, this is people who support abortion. Supporters of abortion legalization emphasizes the importance of reproductive rights as a fundamental aspect of women's autonomy. They argue that access to safe and legal abortion services is essential for protecting women's health and preventing dangerous illegal procedures. This I agree with, because I feel like if you make abortion illegal, many people will take other routes and try to do it the illegal way rather than having the abortion there for so that that doesn't happen. Legalization is also framed as a critical factor in social economic empowerment, providing women control over their reproductive lives, which is essential for participation in education and the workforce. That too, when they get pregnant, I know my mom worked until she was 9 months, but in many cases that's not because I know I'm going into NYPD, and I know I probably can't be on the field and while I'm pregnant, because I could lose a child. So it does interfere a lot with the workforce also. So against abortion, opponents opponents of abortion emphasize ethical considerations regarding fetal rights, arguing that life begins at conception. They present psychological and physical health risks associated with abortion, urging for greater societal support for adoption and alternatives. This perspective often stems from moral and religious beliefs that prioritize the sanctity of the life, seeking to influence public policy to reflect these values. This I understand. I do understand both parts of it, so that's what I'm kind of like. But this I do understand, because there are other ways that people can, if they're not ready to have a baby, or it wasn't planned and they don't know what to do and they're not ready to have a child and not in the right financial situation. I think that is there's a lot of alternatives that you could go to, because I believe that the firehouses or fire stations do have these baby drop boxes that they have now, but I don't think a lot of people know about them. That's the thing, because I didn't know about it until I did research on it from this project. Um, so impact on society and women's rights. So the legalization of abortion has profound implications for women's rights and societal norms. It is viewed as a crucial step towards achieving gender equality, as unrestricted access to reproductive health services allows women to make informed choices about their futures. Conversely, restrictive abortion laws can perpetuate gender inequality, limit women's health options, and enhance social and economic disparities. Um, so conclusions. In conclusion, the discourse around surrounding abortion laws is complex and multifaceted, encompassing legal, ethical, and cultural dimensions. Understanding the historical context and current arguments for and against abortion is essential for informed decision making and policy development. The ongoing debate is crucial in shaping the future of women's rights and health care services across the globe. Let me know what you think. So, this is my citation, but just doing it in all or just wrapping it up. I just believe that, I'm not picking and choosing a side, but I do think that women should have the right decision to their body. Like, just let me know what you think. Let me any questions you have for me. Feel free to ask me. I really enjoyed this class. I really enjoyed doing this project. This is a very, very controversial topic that I think we should be able to talk about more because it really is important. But thank you. Have a great rest of your semester, and thank you for listening. Bye.